Hi there, this is Jeff Fletcher with my 4th Zendikar Draft. Glasspool Mimic is a pretty strong card, that's my rare. Syndiclasm's fine. Thundering Spot Mage. This card seems quite reasonable. It's a much better version of the Black Common. It costs 2 less, and yeah, the body's slightly less good, but wow, this is an interesting card. I can't attack or block though until they get 8 cards. But it's still quite interesting. Giza Mage, Field of Surge, Blood Price, Colony. Okay, I think I'll take the Mimic. It seems pretty strong. The Thundering Spot Mage looks pretty good as well. I wonder if this is just the best card. Um, Scale the Heights is a pretty good card too. Haven't had a chance to play that yet. So this is always one. But I think the Mimic's probably pretty good. Right, so we're given a Mind Carve, which is okay. Focuses around that 8. The Akumori, which is pretty meh. The Marasa Root Grazer, which is a potentially insane card. So you can tap it to put a basic from hand onto battlefield, so it can accelerate for you. It's a 2/3 for 2, which is pretty powerful in its own right, and it can bounce lands you control to continually reset landfall triggers. So if you could build a landfall deck, this is pretty bananas. In my color, this card's pretty good. This card's not bad. Um, Tempted to try and go the Root Grazer route. God, it's good. I mean, I'm passing up a Seafloor Stalker, which is quite a good card. Yeah, let's do it. So now we're looking for things that are interested in landfall. So there's like a fight, which is fine. There's the Geopede, which is about landfall, but is off color. God, the Geopede's good as well, but it's off color with green white. Red's been so sick. I feel like I should have just stayed the course and got red cards. Um, but okay, we'll get Jiraga Visionary. Maybe try and splash the Glassball Mimic. Try and find those landfall. Yeah, that card's really cool. Card's okay. Yeah, this card seems pretty strong. It's basically explore, except you also get to put a +1/+1 counter on something, and you get to gain 2 life. So if you can use these counters for anything, that seems pretty good. Um, okay, so you can put a +1/+1 on a creature, or it's a land. That seems really quite good as well. I like the kind of scale the heights better because it's essentially the effects for free, in that you're drawing a card. Expedition Healer is quite strong. I like that card quite a lot. It also works well if you are getting the scale the heights. But let's take these scale the heights, and we've got this kind of landfall dropping, and we can use that. And then we've got to find some things to insert there. Aha! Perfect! A creature that cares about lands falling onto our side of the battlefield. Boom. That's down, and that card's so good as well. That's a really good card. +2/+2. If it's a warrior, you can attach equipment. That's reasonable. Spare supplies are quite like. If you've got a spare 2 mana on turn 2, it's pretty good. But I'm gonna take another Scale of Heights, and then we're really as in on this mechanic as we can be. Wouldn't be bad to get some of the +1/+1 counters mechanics. Excuse me, matters. What I can do quite happily is I'm very happy to pick a whole bunch of the clerics now that are 2/2 vigilance and can get lifelink if you've got other clerics, because with Scale the Heights, putting them to 3/3 makes them genuinely pretty strong. So let's see if we can find some of those. To be honest, like Chazru Snarecaster is probably a fine recipient of the counters as well. What is this? Okay, or it's a land. Windriser Wizard I actively quite like. It's a good card. I have no idea why it's still in this packet. But yeah, we have to take the Snarecaster, I think. The Solidarity can be good if you can set up a bunch of creatures from the party. Message for me. Let's see. Is that Jacques? Oh, yeah, okay. She is a crazy lady, so let's move onwards. Scale the heights. Right, I kind of think I've got as many scale the heights I really want now. But it does mean I can prioritize some 2-drops maybe. Let's get the Visionary. I like drawing cards. I'm going to draw a lot of cards. And we're going to maybe play some landfall creatures. And see where that leads. Nectar Pot. I mean, yeah, if I need to prioritize 2-drops now. If I'm gonna play 4 scale the heights, it does seem like a lot, but if I could have like 6 or 7  2-drops, it gets a lot better, and then constantly gaining life could be quite good off the Nectar Pot, especially if I can make it a 2/4, and I can see that working. Obviously, nice with the Root Grazer, we can loop these additional land plays back and forth. Really would like more Root Grazers, that would be good, and then more Prowling Felidars and so on and so forth. That's like, I'm going to put the Snarecaster in my sideboard. I don't know how many defensive creatures I want. Especially not if I can hit lots of land drops. I probably want some of my 5-drops. Cleansing Wildfire. Take that one. For older formats, that card is quite interesting. Choose one. Choose any number. Return 2 creatures to hand. Squatty, then draw 2 Burgometer. Draw 2. This card's really powerful. I doubt that my deck's going to be able to cast it, but it is very powerful. We could generate a lot of triggers for something like this and tap the opponent's whole team on a crucial turn. Might be okay. This trick's pretty under par. Not a huge fan of this. Like, okay, let's gamble that we can splash it. I don't think we probably can, but I'm really not losing anything there. Little creatures you control. It's okay, and it happens to be a land as well, or a Dauntless Survivor. Well, Dauntless Survivor is pretty good, actually. It's a member of a party. It is a 2-drop. Oh, Law Mage's Domination. That card is legit. It's really good. I'm going to take a party member. Double. Oh, okay. Double Strike plays quite nicely with Scale the Heights. But there is a Prowling Felidar here. Crypt Warriors get Double Strike. It's got Double Strike, and we can immediately put a counter on it and Double Strike a bit harder. I wanted to take this. Will this table... I haven't really got other ways to pump it, but making it immediately a 2/2 seems pretty strong. No, let's do it. Let's chance it. Another Dauntless Survivor, again, pretty good card. The Jerboa could be very interesting for me, given that I can potentially generate multiple landfalls. The Survivor's fine. The Healer, I think the Healer's what I want. Well, this card's reasonable bid as well. Yeah, I think just picking up another decent 2-drop is kind of where I want to be. Yes, okay, we've hit now. I absolutely pray the Jerboa tables. There's our second Root Raiser. So we kind of got everything we wanted on the 2-drop front, and we're getting to live that Scale the Heights dream with... I mean, I called it. I wanted 6 good 2-drops at least. I've got them. I kind of want 2 or 3 more Prowling Felidars, and this might be our deck. Yeah, having a Resolute Strike to push through seems like it could be legit in this strategy. If we're going to play off a lot of 2-drops and then having some tricks, having some landfalls, it's not totally clear what to do, but That does seem like it could be a fine part of the strat. Like a third root grazer in the draft would be super, super good. Um, Allied Assault, this is pretty meh. Utility Knife, really quite bad. It's much worse than the other one. The Canopy Baloth, on the other hand, that fits the requirements for what we're looking for. Yeah, the Utility Knife's pretty poor as these things go. Yeah, let's take another Survivors. That's another decent 2-drop. Well, those are a way to actually buff the Blade Masters as well, so that's something. Because then do Stomper. That's a big guy that resets some land that can then replay for other stuff. It's probably better than the other choices here. Let's try and space it out properly. I wish I would just know it won't. It closes the pile down even if you make it. It's going to be interesting in this draft because I have got quite a lot of cantrips now with my 4 cantrips. So that does mean maybe it's a place where I might want to run 16 land. I'm not 100%. Actually, no, I've got more. I've got 4. I've got 6 cantrips. So that means I'll probably run into some extra lands. Let's take another cantrip. Maybe we can run a Reclaim the Wastes maybe over a land. Because it's got the potential to straight up be 2 lands at some point. That's not bad. I mean, I sure could do with a bit of top end, and it looks like I'm not going to table the Prowling Falador, which to be honest, I didn't think I would, but would have been nice. Spare the supplies, and this is yet another cantrip I can take, so I'll take that. I'll put this in. It's at least moderately likely that I could end up playing this card quite lightly. Um, it's not awful. She make a land 4/4 reach haste. You kind of have to have 5 mana to do this, and then you do get it back. I mean, the only thing is, because you get that back, it kind of gives you a land drop. I don't think it's any good. It's a real weird one. It takes a lot to digest, but I think ultimately it's a hell of a lot of words for not that great. If you picture it as a 5 mana 4/4 hasty um, with some hoops you have to jump through to get it to happen, then yeah, that's kind of where it is. What's this? So it's got all creature types. It's a 3/2 for 2. Okay, that's good. It was kicked, revealed top 6 library, and then put any party members into your hand, essentially. We have some party members, so that's definitely a strong card. Um, I do like Shepherd of Heroes quite a lot, but I think it's definitely the pick. So, Calny Ambush, that card seems like it could be quite good. Not a huge fan of Kabira Outrider. And this would actually take a land slot. We could play Canopy Baloth. That's likely to be pretty good. To be honest, that's probably going to be kind of strong. Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling that. With all the 2-drops here, I don't think we're actually going to need a Gnarled Colony. Tangled Florahedron is actually pretty interesting. Angel Heart Protector's decent. Practice Tactics okay. But there's another core Blade Master, and I think in this deck when you're immediately gonna hit it up a level, I think it's pretty strong. Wow. Okay, so another Root Grazer is here, and I think it's just gonna be the pick. Regrowth for land seems quite good. Tassim Raptor, yeah, I like it. You've probably been the Snarecaster at this point. This bouncing a land is actually going to play into helping me out. It's pretty good. We've just hit exactly 23. I think we will want to run likely 16 land here so we can run another card. I just think that 1/4 reach is not going to be a card that I desperately need. I don't have the clerics actually, but I do value the cleric being a party member, so that's okay. The Stomper's quite possibly out as well. Um, both spare supplies and the residue. So I've got maybe sort of 4 cards left that I can add, and some choice on whether I actually bother with them or not. Decent warrior. What's his base camp? Okay, so it can add mana of any colour to cast party members, but I don't really have any off-script party members that I want. Visionary is decent, and we're going to be accelerating our land drops a lot, so that seems fine. It's just definitely replace the worst other card in there. Stampede's fine. Could take a roiling regrowth to hit those land drops. It's pretty good. But I think, yeah, another Canopy Ballard. We can definitely pitch the Stomper at this point. The Throne's really interesting. It's a really cute card and it's a rare, so I'm just going to take it for my collection. Got a Nectar Pot available again. Brute. I mean, I suppose I already have one Nectar Pot. It's quite cute that I could gain a bucket load of life, but I don't know how badly I need to. Yeah, I'll take the Troll Warrior in case I already feel the need for another party member, but probably not. I already got a pressure point on board, so that can go as well. Huh. The Florohedron's interesting. We got a Smite the Monstrous that I might want, and a Blight Blade I might want, and a Zendikar that I don't want. So let's have a look. How's this end up in the wash? I mean, the Florohedron's cute, but I just can't see me wanting it, so I think that's gone. I haven't got equipment, so this bit about warriors doesn't matter. The ability to pump up is at least moderately useful. Given that I've got 2 double strikers, maybe it does something. I don't know, I feel like I don't need it. I've got 41 left, yeah. We said I would cut a land and I will. And then that leaves me the Florohedron in as my... Oh no, yeah, we can add the Florohedron as the 17th land then, I think. It's a case of can I fit in the Brute anywhere? Because that'd be nice for the kick on the Tajiri Paragon. Tajiri Paragon. I was finding that really hard to say. I don't know why. Yeah, the set looks pretty exciting. Let's get some games going. Do I need Spite the Monstrous? Maybe. Might be a risk not play with it, but I think I just like the synergy of how this looks. It looks real strong, so let's play it. It's definitely a real focus strat, and I'm excited for that. Whenever I can draft something that looks like it's living its best life, then I'm always keen because it's showing me like the best an archetype can offer. Okay, this is a keep. So I'm probably going to play my Nectar Pot and then see where we go from there. Because I can put the Survivor's counter on here, and I'd rather build like 1 more effective creature than have 2 ones that are both what player 2/3 or something. Because I think that's the biggest danger for my deck. Because I don't have the greatest finishing power. I'm going to rely on these kind of landfall creatures to get me across the line, I think. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, generally, I have a bunch of life gain built into my deck, which is nice. And that can help me in race-type situations. I think I'm quite good in them, but if my opponent kind of board stalls and attempts to take over the game, that's where I'm a bit more afraid of losing out. Yeah, this Celebrant's a fairly good example of that. Okay, so actually having the 1-1 did work out worse there in the case of the core Celebrant. It's interesting, another draft I didn't see one of these. These cards seem very good. Okay. Just 2 lands, I guess. It could have been worse. And we get to use the Visionary. If he blocks, he'll have that Resurrect card that makes it not die, and then he gains, or it comes back from the yard, sorry. So I think he's likely to have that. Yeah, there we go. Starting to learn the tricks a bit now. It's fine, it still costs him a card, although it feels a bit better from his perspective. And it means we don't get off one of our bigger hits. Just kind of scared of like a 4-5 or something here. Cool, so at least he didn't hit. We can hit with all of these. I really wouldn't mind topping my plus one with some extra action. Yeah, that would be great. If my deck defense had given me any of that, that would be really nice. Yeah, this early is really good at just keeping your life total topped off. I want to send the Balos in. Yeah, I think so. I want to kill both his creatures that can trade with these, so forcing him to make a trade is fine. And take 4 damage. So it's a bit close to the finish line. Pretty wary of the Felidar. God. And that means he can grind me out hard. It's really strong. Okay. This is a bit of a gamble. Wow. That was the best possible draw, I think, there. And no, I'll get him with these and the next pot because he would have to. Yeah. No, what? Should I get him with the next pot? Probably not. Now, like each of my Balos will cost him a proper card to kill, like a card that I actually care about, so that's fine. He's chosen to jump in deck 6. Got the Root Racer, fantastic. So now we can have some real good Balos fun. I didn't want him to know the true value these Balos were about to take on, so that's really nice of me. The Felidar's got 2 land drops before it becomes a huge problem for the Balos. What the? Copy target or active will trigger the ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Copy target instant sorcery spell you control. Copy target permanent spell you control. Okay, I think that's what it's a spell, but I'm not even 100% on that. I think now's the time for some chump attacks, so... I don't think he can't use this profitably right now. So I think I'm just gonna attack with everything. Since I can still like my opponent has to block at least one canopy Baloth. They can block the root graze if it's the cost of something else. They can chump the other. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy for them, so let's just get in. I think probably they'll take out like either the root graze or a visionary on the Felidar Prowler, but they're scooped. Yes, there wasn't a solution. I probably would have tried one, but okay. It seems right. So far, nice. Got through what could have been a pretty tough match, and I say I've seen literally one of the one for the Celebrant in all my drafts, and I had to not take it because it was against a straight removal spell, and I actually ended up regretting that. I think it might be better. Maybe people are all just taking the roll high, but certainly in the black-white decks where you can make people lose life when you gain life, it seems like that trigger might be insanely strong. Okay, yeah, this will be fine. I'd like to draw a Plains, obviously, but if I don't, I'm still in fine shape. The Baloth seems super strong, actually. They're really impressing me. Could have maybe just played this deck. Could have maybe was better, but yeah. No point regretting. Let's just send. Oh wow, okay, my opponent really wants to have the party. Okay. Time to party. Yeah, now my Grazer and my Baloth are going to come online a lot sooner, because I had quite awkward draw ordering in the last game, and I still totally kicked ass with this combo. So I'm hoping now it can really come down in time to massively ruin my opponent. Yeah, that makes sense. You kill that guy on sight, I kind of agree. So how much I need to pay 5 just to get the big one. Okay. Send him in. Like, if he wants to trade 2 for 1, that's basically fine. Let's check on this. It's probably an idiotic post, but just in case. Yeah, never mind. So my opponent took the damage. I will Paragon with the kick. If it hits the thing. Sure, works for me. You know what I haven't hit is my 4 of spells that put the counters on. I really haven't hit them at all. What the hell is this? So, whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white catch creature. And this card's insane. Another cleric creature gains life in. Wow. That has everything. I would certainly block you there for sure. So I'd probably think that you shouldn't attack. But let us. That was a mistake. Yeah, let's attack with just you then. And they'll trade any party member here, I don't really care. That says another cleric, so it has to be like Pack Beast. Well, that really works for me. That worked out real nice. So let's go Blade Master, Dawn the Survivor, instantly throw it. That's the double strike is pretty cool and will stop the Pack Beast coming into play. Okay, so you get to take my Giroir Visionary, which is pretty nice. Well, that cost 1 mana. That was legit. Unfortunately for me. Yeah, I think I get him with this. My opponent can trade me, which is Vixen, but I think there's not a lot I can do about it. And now my Blade Master can be the one to rule them all and just get in. Unless it gets killed, of course. Alright, now I'm in trouble. So I can double block this, which I think I should, and then I'll lose one of these guys. If my opponent has like another trick, then I'm kind of done, but I think I have to just, you know, get some balls at some point and just get in there. Nice. So I think that was a reasonable trade-up. I'll hold my land. You can at least block the Stonework Pack piece, so the effect only happens once. And then I have to hope my opponent's draws like a bit like mine now. He draws some lands, just doesn't manage to do anything for a couple of turns. Meanwhile, I'm definitely trading. I don't know if that's really good value, but I can see why he did it, but I don't know if I like that move. Phew. I was really fearing the reanimate spell there. Huh. There's a Root Razor. God, okay, wow, this has worked out very badly for me. I'm just gonna take this then. I'll block on this. I'm guessing my opponent pumps. You get a free hit here, so it's not awful. Well, it's not great. Yeah, the C8 Panarat, wow, just really showing its worth here. Really showing its worth. Yeah, I think that's the right attack as well. I'm just gonna take it. I've got to draw one of my actual threats. Really badly need it. Yeah, I can probably last out the turn and then I've got to find something. I could have hit for 2. I probably should have, but then it might force the Alpha Strike sooner. Jesus, this is rough. Yeah, and this is kind of it. So I can't block here, but I have to now find the things. I'm super sad that my Scoop Mob deck actually did worse. I feel like I had such bad draws with that deck. Okay, this could chump for turn. I don't think we could say that this is a land in terms of throwing it back. That would be super sick if we could. I'll try. Yeah, this plate. I really haven't found a lot of my Cantropy cards as well. Like my Scale the Heights would be really nice to see some more of now. Is he gonna all in? Seems likely. No, just keep that sensible attack. We need to deal 4 damage. I think this has to be a chump. I mean, I'm looking like, can I afford to? But I can't. Just block there. Oh, it's basic land anyway, so it wouldn't select that. So he drew land as well. Okay, this is a chance. Fucking hell. Comes in tapped as well. Fucking brutal. Yeah, and I think my opponent can just go for it now. They drew land as well. They can double pump off this land. Yeah, so that's it. Fuck. Rough. Rough indeed. I think with any other draws I may be able to get that one. And my opponent did draw, like, they even up their land with me throughout the game. But they crucially drew their big float of land later, so they'd already done a lot of the damage by the time we evened out, and that meant they could just push in for the end. So although I'd say we were like across the game equally screwed, oh, there's a deal today. Let's go to the deals. Yes, I do want to buy that. Is it not? Oh, that's just come on today. I hadn't realized we'd gone past the time. I can get my Cobra. Yeah, hell yeah, that seems great. Well, it's a cheaper draft, isn't it? Um, yeah, let's take it. I spend most of my gems on draft anyway, so worth and Cobra. Definitely, because I could see playing that a bunch. It seems like a pretty good card. Don't know about the rest of these cards. The Master of Winds is a bit interesting, but we'll leave that out for now. Sorry, little game intermission. Just got distracted. And we'll play again. So we're 1-1. Really doesn't seem to be a just scoreline. Okay, this hand looks pretty good. I don't think I need this to be a land, so we'll just straight go into Root Razors. We'll keep 7. And it kind of ends up being a land of sorts anyway. We already can hit as many triggers as we like. So it's green. White Razor. Blight Blades are pretty good against my deck. It's quite strong against me. I'll try and make a trade at the Visionary. I'll take. I'll definitely take if you want to swing. Nah, he knows about that, so... Yeah, we can use this in a slightly different way, so let's use it to put the basic land on and get the Visionary a turn early. There you are, Canopy Battle. There you are, hiding out. Yeah, I definitely want to try and trade the Blight Blade for the Visionary here so I can use the Baloth to do a lot more damage. That would be nice. There we go. Yep, give me a trade. I mean, I could have got 3 points back from this, but I think it's just much better that I can actually... like, if he knew about the Baloth, he'd just play around it. So now we can get to play it. Get him for 2. And I'm actually going to pick a land up, because I can use my Root Grace to play 2, so I can get an attack and play 1 in combat next turn as well to get the super big, really make it punchy. Can I look at this land? Oh, he's got a Baloth as well. Okay. But my Baloth is going to get first swinging priority. So, turn basic in hand. Okay. I want to play a Baloth. So, first of all, he knows I've got a basic in the hand, so we'll play that. And we'll sack with that Canopy Baloth. And I'm just figuring what I want to do with my Root Razor. I actually don't want to play my... I could play this as a land though. So maybe I do want to play it. I mean, I think I want to stay neutral actually, so... I'm just going to get to damage. The most important card to play this one is certainly this Baloth. And I could play this as a land if I want. No, I couldn't. I'd have to use that ability. Right, I see. Right, I'll probably do that next turn, because I don't think I want to pick up a land here, but at the same time, I want to trigger my battles twice, and I think that should be enough to kill this opponent off. Yeah, having this up is quite nice, because it threatens, like, if he has a fight card, we can pump our battles, and that's quite potent. So he's thinking, it feels like he's got some kind of a fight or removal, because I can't see what else he'd really be thinking about. Dauntless Survivor. Okay. Right, just let the camera do that well. Now, this is an interesting one. I could throw my Canopy Valve in the way and pump it. Given that he's probably going to chump my Baloth. Yeah, I think that might be right, so... just block like that. And then... I'm figuring maybe my opponent doesn't know about this. If they do, fine, they might have already figured stuff out to do, but they might not have even thought about this. And the trade's quite reasonable for me here, because I can kill them off in 2 hits anyway. They're doing a Might of Aggressor, and then... That's kind of helpful. They probably should have let me do my action before they showed me. So this... Oh, they got Trample now. Okay, fuck it. I'll put the land in anyway. Because I want to take less trample damage. Right. Yeah, I think I have to do this. He gets his chump on. I play the Root Crazy. That's fine. We can like either now chump or just take a hit for 7, which is probably fine. Oh, this permanently has trample. Where did they get that from? Oh, it has trample to the Knowledge Colony. Ha ha ha. That's a really nice combination, actually. I didn't realize about that. His ability to attack just got better. And then he kind of stopped me blocking and punched me pretty hard. Okay, so you want to hit my face for 7. I guess that's about fine then. I don't really need more mana this turn, so... Now I do, but I don't have enough, so it doesn't matter. So we can... Well, this gives me a land drop as well. Huh. This is interesting, but I don't think it... So I can play this basic, return a basic, and play a basic if I want to. And then that would allow me to cast Scale the Heights, which would then give me another land drop and let me play that. But these would be tapped. Does that matter? I don't think it actually does. So we're going to play this. Return a basic. This one to hand. Then I'm gonna put a basic to play. Then we're gonna Scale Heights on you. And play you. And then my opponent has to... Shit. I think I just make them chump. Wonder if the Visionary goes in as well. But I think I have to be able to block the Ox. 9. So if I opponent land drops next turn, if I do this, they have to block once. If their land drop next turn, they hit for 11. Can't afford that. If their land drop next turn, oh, they won't. Yeah, I have to not attack with Ball. That's fine. But then my opponent doesn't have to block, and I think that their best choice becomes to not block. Magic's complicated sometimes. This was a really intense attack. I'm still not sure this is correct, because forcing them to block with the Knowledge Colony then gives me the ability to... I wouldn't be able to block. So I think this has to be right. Like, so now if they keep all and play land, there's a chance that I'm not dead. Maybe. Because I have to take 7. Yeah, I can chump the Makandi Ox. So that was my best possible line of play because it avoids land just straight killing me next turn. Whereas the other line of them chumping with the Knowledge Colony, keeping the Makandi Ox alive, would have left me dead in this scenario. Obviously, if in any way they can generate a second land drop and or have tricks. Returns a land, but they don't get the land drop. So that was pretty terrifying, but they don't get over the line this turn. And now they've got to make decisions. Oh, okay, they can win anyway. I hadn't realised that this... Yeah, I don't know why they're taking so long to do this. So now they can just give them a Candy Ox protection from green and win on the spot. For fuck's sake. Wow, they really messed up. Do I just need to block, or do I think I gain. So I gain 3 life this way, but I'm going to gain more than 3 life in land drops most likely. So I'll take that in. We've got Scale the Heights, and we've got Jiraga Visionary. So let's go Jiraga Visionary. That's big. That would have been real big before as well. So now we just want to get an attack in. Or do I want to put this anywhere? Oh, I want land drops prior to combat, but I don't have them. Let's try this. Let's scale the heights on. This vision room. Okay, that's really good. We drew the land that we kind of needed. So now we can trigger the landfall and tick up. And then to combat. So now we have to get in with the Canopy Baloth and the Jiraga Visionary, not the Nectar Pot. One of these root grazes I feel can probably chump attack and it won't matter. So I'll do that. Yeah, oh yeah, I want to just attack all my opponents at 2. I kind of forgot that as well. So now my opponent's at 2, and they don't have enough blockers, so I think they're just dead. Huh. Well, they could have killed me last turn as well. They really messed this up. Like, I mean, goddamn if I'm having the most ridiculous possible set of draws that would, you know, enable them to defeat me, but they've really messed up. Huh, so we're just killing them with this Root Grazer. Right, and then just trading that. That seems fine. So then they cast Shelter on the Candy Ox, giving it pro-green, I guess. Yeah. That doesn't even seem the best way to block. Even if they weren't, like, if they were going to actually survive, it doesn't seem the best strategy. So they're not surviving. Sorry, I was really thrown out by that game because I thought I had it, but my opponent did the impossible and drew, like, basically a win from nowhere, and then they followed it up by not winning as they should have done. And it just put me in this place where I got a bit discombobulated. What the heck was happening? Easily done in the game of magical cards. Yay! Theros Beyond Death back. Super relevant now. It's not in standard or anything. Well, it's nice to get to 2 and 1, like, even if it wasn't a ridiculous way. Okay, this hand seems very nutty. Let's keep 7. Yeah, it seems pretty perfect. I'm not going to do anything with the Flora Hedron as I just don't know which path I want to take it, and I'll find another decent 2-drop. I'm probably playing it as a land next turn, to be honest. Let's have a look how things pan out. Oh, yep. Yeah, especially with that, so... I feel like my opponent's going to have a removal spell, so what I'm going to do is attack with my guys while they're still small. I think my opponent would want to kill my double striker anyway. There is that one red card that can deal 1 to everything, so I'm risking that. I'm really hoping that's not what comes. It could be. It could be. Okay, it's not. What the hell? So, Tremble Haste. Right, so that's all this does. That's terrifying, because you see a 4-3 that's got trample and haste, and they pay 3-4, but it doesn't actually pan out that way. So I really want to find my land drop for canopy battles here, so I'm going to just play this away. Yeah, I did find it, which is nice. Because the other route I could have gone is use the Dauntless Survivor, but I just want to ensure I hit these targets as soon as I can. Okay, so they got power boost, but they're still not very good actually against my Blade Masters. I want to say not very good, they just don't do anything at all. I'm going to definitely attack him with Wall because I really don't care about trading the Tajaru. So, and let's play the Baloth, but that can happen after combat. Yeah, the double strike here is nuts against his opponent. So he just has to chunk, and that kind of messes up the point of his equipment as well really badly, because it now costs 3 to equip. So, in other words, it's not happening this game. That's not a thing that he can do, and we can reset a land drop on Swing Raptor, so that was nuts. And that shows that this deck is very, very strong. I think, like, I mean, I was almost 2 down straight away, like, well, I would have been 1-2, and it seems absolutely nuts. That would have been pretty savage. Yeah, I just thought I'd message one of my buddies. So now we're 3-1, looking positive. I definitely feel this deck could count to 7. We'll have to see if I do. Yeah, this looks great. So we'll keep 7 here. Yeah, I think the Graze is like the right card to play first. I'm gonna pause up the